Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are just joining me, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. A lot of people ask me how I buy hair from AliExpress and how I get to choose the right ones and whatnot. So I figured, you know what, I'll just make a video and explain to you guys how I'm able to buy good hair from AliExpress for very, very affordable. So here are a few things I always look at before buying hair from AliExpress. Now, the first and most important thing when I want to buy anything on AliExpress is reviews. That is the first thing I look at. You want to look at other people's reviews, especially if they have pictures of how the hair turned out. That's the number one thing, because if people are not happy with the hair, they will go on there and they will tell you what the issues are. That's for sure. That's like 100% guaranteed. So I always look in the reviews to see, some people will tell you like, oh, this hair sheds a lot, or it's not like the picture, or it's too thin, or it's like spongy after like a couple times that I've used it. You'll see all that review on there. So number one, always check that to make sure that if your hair has like maybe a couple of bad reviews, someone says like, oh, it took too long, or then you can like, okay, I can wait for my hair. That's not a negative for me. So the second thing I always look for is the size of the cap. Listen, and this is not being racist or anything, but you cannot compare an Asian head with a black girl's head, period. So the second thing I always do is make sure like I have the right size of head cap. A lot of times they do like normal size, which fits me, but there's been times where normal size doesn't fit me. So if you have maybe head my size or a little bit bigger, you want to definitely look for a cap that says large cap or medium cap. And then another thing that I've noticed, so when you try to buy hair from AliExpress, it tells you to how long the lace is and how deep the part is. So basically you want to buy anything that says 13 by 6, which means 13 inches long and 6 inches deep for the part. I have noticed in my experience when I buy 13 by 6 as opposed to 13 by 4 that the wig cap is a little bit bigger and fits my head better. Now, this is one of the hairs that I've been wearing everywhere, on my Instagram. This is like my bone straight hair. I've had this hair for like 7 to 8 months, and honestly so far I have zero problems with it. This is also a 13 by 6. You can see the lace goes from end to end, and then the part is actually like pretty deep. So this was one of the 13 by 6 that I got from AliExpress. Absolutely love the hair. Another thing, like I said, I always make sure to look at the reviews before I bought this hair, and I saw a lot of people reviewing. They gave me positive reviews. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. The only thing about this hair is it's a little bit thin. I don't know if you can see. It can be a little bit thin, which I didn't really get from the review. On the bottom it looks pretty thick and good weight, but on this top side it looks just a little bit thin. But again, really nobody can tell. Like nobody can see it unless someone's going and touching in your hair and being like, oh, I want to see what your hair feels like, which that would be just completely weird. So for me, that's not an issue. So I bought this hair and I've had it for like 6 months, and I've been wearing it a lot. It's another hair that I bought from AliExpress. This I actually got for my best friend for her birthday, but I actually haven't given it to her. This is also a 13 by 6. It's really pretty hair, really pretty curls. You can see like my hand just like goes through the curls. Is very smooth, very pretty. So yes, I've always got pretty hairs from AliExpress. There's been a couple of times maybe that I've got hair that turned out to be a little bit like spongy or knotted after a little bit. But again, you can't get what you pay for sometimes. Like if you buy a hair for like $100 as opposed to like $600, honey, that quality is not going to be $600 quality. That's what you signed up for, and that's okay. The reason I don't spend money on hair is because they're not gonna last forever, okay? These hairs I get from AliExpress, they last a really, really long time, like 2-3 years, and I'm not even kidding. Then I get sick of it. And even if your hair lasted forever, would you really want to wear that hair forever, girl? it's just not worth it. So what I do, I like to change it up a lot, and I prefer not to spend so much money buying hair. Oh, another thing with AliExpress hair, if you want to wash it, girl, you gotta be really careful. My sister's had this experience a lot of times where she just kind of like goes crazy trying to wash her hair, and it just turns out like super knotted, and she just can't get it to work again, and you know, goes in the trash. So if you want to wash your hair, just kind of like you wash your natural hair, I would be very gentle on it. I apply conditioner and shampoo and just kind of like rub it down, just like you wash your natural hair. You don't go like all crazy like that. You want to go like a little bit gentle on it, because yes, it is hair. It can get knotted, and once it gets knotted, sometimes you're just not able to undo that. You have to, you know, use the scissors, and boom, you have a bald spot. But yeah, I am more of a saver than a spender. I would rather spend $200 on hair than spend, you know, $700. I just don't get money like that. And even if I did, I'm not spending that money on hair, period. Oh, another safe way to go with AliExpress, if you don't trust like the wigs, the bundles are usually really, really good. Now this hair is what I wore for Christmas. Those of you who follow me may have seen it on my Instagram. I'm gonna try to insert a picture here to show you this hair. It was like 35, 34 inches long. I got 3 or 4 bundles, pretty thick, and I wore it for Christmas, and it was perfect. Minimal to no shedding. It was just perfect. So I found that with AliExpress, you can almost like get away with the bundles. The bundles always turn out good, and they don't shed as much as the wigs. If you're not sure about buying wigs from AliExpress, I would recommend buying bundles and making them into your wig. Last thing I want to say, realistically, a lot of the hairs I buy from AliExpress, they do shed quite a bit. Not all of them, but quite a few of them will shed quite a bit. We don't gotta spend too much money and work, but we still looking banging. I'm all about that. I'm all about looking good, feeling good, but not spending like, you know, your whole savings on hair. It's just not worth it, ladies. I mean, if you Patricia Bride or Jackie Aina, look, you can afford this ish. So yes, go ahead and spend the money if you have it. But for me, I'm just not a millionaire yet, okay? Which means I'm not spending that much money in hair. And that's on period. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions for me, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. Like and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting a lot more beauty, makeup, hair stuff on here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.